right, everybody, how you doing? Welcome into some more ATS. Today, just bought a brand new international, well, new to me at least, 9900i. Bought the truck, realized I hated the mirrors in them, so this is gonna be a fun time to try to figure out everything. I actually have to use the cheating mirrors in here, so just bear with me. We'll listen to it start up right quick from the outside, I guess. Hold on. Okay, well that's the thing. So just bought the truck. I've been doing, actually what I need to do right quick is get my get me a new driver. Or just hire an individual. Do they go good to worse? They go good to worse. Okay. So we'll hire you. They took me to Fresno. Okay. Now where did I put Farmington? Yes. And then okay. So now we have something else. Y'all go do the tings. Y'all go do the tings. They gotta sleep. Everything, you know, we're good on that. Okay. So we're making money, baby. We're making money. Okay. That's one aspect of this game that I have not really taken any kind of care of. So I've got a load of milk that I need to get. I think I'm in the middle of the intersection, ain't I? Let's see if they stop. Okay, y'all stop. Yeah, I was in the middle of the intersection. Trying to learn the new limits of my truck, man. Literally, y'all are seeing the first mile put on it. So, hope y'all been having a wonderful day. As always. I think I just did my Wreckfest video, and you know that's normally where I keep my weekly tings at. So, you know, just trying to find a excuse me, a topic of conversation here. First ting off is gonna be kind of difficult for me. Let me go. I need to go grab my milk. An early Sunday morning drive. It's quite a bit of ways away. We get to go to Montana, I believe. We are in Gillette, Wyoming. I need to get over. This is not good. Not good at all. I need to get over, dude. They're not going to let me over, are they? Oh, ask and ye shall receive. How about it? I mean, I guess the big thing coming out the weekend, I didn't talk about it in my Wreckfest video because I kind of wanted to, you know, share my thoughts with the Twitch family, you know, live and stuff. Which I'm gonna still do. Like, you know, I generally record my Wreckfests on Sunday nights. and then, you know, throughout the week I'll try to, you know, record some other stuff. But or, you know, I'll try to get as many videos as I can done on a Sunday. And I didn't really do that. I got really tired and real lazy. So I ended up only recording the Wreckfest and then, you know, going on about my business. So if you have known me for a while, or, you know, you're just, you know, finding us and everything, I'm a huge NASCAR fan. And my favorite driver since Dale, my favorite driver was Dale Jr., and then he retired. And I said that winter, if because I knew, you know, that was the year that Bubba Wallace ended up subbing in for Eric Almirola after he got hurt at Kansas, which actually makes this even more crazy. You know, he had a really bad wreck. The frame of the car hit the track, broke, you know, messed up Almirola's back. So they needed a substitute driver, and cool individual named Bubba Wallace ended up getting into the 43 while it was on the Ford side of stuff. And you know, I'd gotten to race against Bubba in an iRacing race. He actually joined into one of my hosted sessions that I had up there like years and years and years ago. I even tweeted at him and was like, "Was that you?" He's like, "Yes, sir." I'm like, "That's awesome." You know, this is pretty cool. That's one thing I really like about iRacing, is that you never know who you're gonna race. You know, really bad Forrest Gump impression there, but you already know what it is. So anyway, fast forward. You know, I was like, well, if this man ended up getting, if Richard Petty ends up switching over to Chevrolet, you know, I'm gonna pull for Bubba, because I back then, you know, manufacturer loyalty, you know, meant you know, something to me. You know, as you grow and mature, you realize that certain things just really don't matter and stuff. And, you know, I still needed to finish maturing, and, you know, ended up, you know, the 43 went to the Chevrolet manufacturer. So I was like, this is awesome, you know. So ever since then, I've been a diehard Bubba Wallace fan. And you know, if you haven't gotten to watch the race from Sunday, past Sunday, the 11th of this month, what are you doing? Because it was an awesome race, for one. And then for two, you know, Bubba won, dude. So, sitting there, that last 60 lap run was the longest 60 laps I think I've ever witnessed in my life. Just off of principle, dude. Like, it my goodness gracious. It was awesome, because, you know, I know he won at Talladega, you know, and it had the rain shortened stipulation around it and all of this, that, and the other. And it's like, you know, people just love to rag on Bubba for no reason other than it's just something to do. It just seems like a lot of people are very ignorant when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, but, you know, those last 60 laps, you know, he got out front, and I'm sitting there, and my heart raced more. Excuse me. My heart was racing so much. And that was an absolutely amazing last couple of laps. You know, when Denny Hamlin ended up getting close, got past Christopher Bell there towards the end of it. And I was like, man, Denny, don't do this. Because I know Denny was going to go for it, you know. We all knew it. I mean, you know, Bubba knew it. Denny knew it. Everybody knew it. You know, Denny would go up there and you know, go take the win from him if he could, you know. And Bubba kept his head down and ended up you know, absolutely spanking the field there at the end. So, I didn't get. I was laying in the bed watching it, so my kid could have the big TV in the living room and stuff, and you know, she could watch her shows and stuff, and I'm just sitting there, like, just laying there the entire time. Like, I do a live race chat in my Discord and stuff. If you join my Discord and stuff, you know, you can feel free to come in here and chat with us a bunch about a bunch of stuff. And ended up we he got the white flag, and you know, came back around, got the checkered. You know, I'm in tears, dude. Like, I'll tell you the history about my sports teams or NASCAR teams, you know, rooting for, and you know, the just the stuff that, you know, you go through as a sports fan, you know, especially as like a, you know, really a NASCAR fan, considering, you know, like I said, I was a Dale Jr. fan. You know how, you know, the last year with Letarte was, you know, that was really the last time that I experienced winning as a fan. I mean, you know, he got a couple more wins, you know, but again, you know, I think one of them was rain shortened at Phoenix or something, or that might have been the Letarte year as well. But you know, my experience in fandom with NASCAR and all of this has been kind of, you know, bleh, you know, I mean, I was a Dale Senior fan before I was a Dale Junior fan. I think most people, you know, swapped over when he, you know, Senior passed and everything, and it just ended up, you know, being the natural progression of stuff. And you know, over the years, I'd taken a liking to a couple of other guys. You know, it used to be I hated everybody except for you know, the people that, you know, the you know, like Junior or anybody, like, you know, I couldn't stand them. You know, as you get older and, you know, your tastes start to change and all of this, you know, you end up you know, not really caring that much about all of that. So I moved over to Bubba, and you know, I'm so proud of him. He'd been so close this season, you know, finally shutting the haters up. You gotta love it, you know. I mean, he just gets hate just because he freaking breathes, dude, and it's ridiculous. It's 2022. They want to erase the stigma on NASCAR as just being a whole bunch of, you know, a certain group of individuals and stuff. But yet, you know, when they have the opportunities to do so, it still rears its ugly head, you know. The amount of adversity he's had to face and everything, dude, it just, you know, and the way that he's, you know, handled it, you know, just makes me even more proud to be a fan. So, you know, that's my boy. I'm ride or die with him. So I was elated, man. I was sitting there crying, you know. It just, I don't get to celebrate a lot of stuff, you know. Y'all will probably be like, well, how did you get your tastes, you know, through for, you know, all of these other sports and everything? So like, I'm a diehard Baltimore Orioles fan. Always have been. Cal Ripken Jr. was my hero growing up. Him and Dale Sr. were my heroes. You know, I played baseball a lot. I was okay at it. You know, I wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst, but you know, I was pretty good. You know, middle of the pack. You know, kind of stuff. I could hit. You know, I could make diving catches. This, that, and the other. You know, I ended up making the district team in high school my junior year. I only played 5 games that season, but I made the all district team. So I was okay. I wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but you know. But baseball, you know, the O's, man, we haven't won a World Series since the '70s. You know, they've been good, and I've seen so many good players go to other teams. You know, because they don't know how to keep nobody, or you know, well, it's not that they can't keep nobody. Well, they can't keep anybody. It's just they get on these really bad spells, and it's like, you know, I mean, shoot, this year we just lost Mancini. You know, Trey Mancini was a great talent that we should not have had to lose, but you know, that was a gear. Don't worry about that. You know, if you find that on the road, if you want to return it, man, you know, just look for the milk truck. So that's my baseball stuff. You know, I know I'm going to get a lot of slack for this one, but you know, I'm a Cowboys fan as well. You know, but I'm not your typical, hey, we them boys, we going to the Super Bowl. No, I'm a realistic Cowboys fan, and I firmly believe until Jerry Jones is unfortunately no longer with us, and his son sells it off, Cowboys ain't gonna be nothing. The Jimmy Johnson curse is real, as far as I am concerned. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to turn here. Where'd Carl go? Come on, man. This is where this does. Okay, come on. We're going. Oh. Stalled it. Only you can prevent wildfires. So, I'm not your typical Cowboys fan. I despise them more than not. And then go to find out that our quarterback injured his hand week 1. It's like, okay, yeah, you can see where this year is going. So that's baseball and football. Basketball, I tend to pull for the Mavericks. I really like Dirk growing up. You know, or not really growing up, but when he was there. He was a good player. I liked him. Are they stopping for me? You shouldn't have. I mean, really, you shouldn't have. I didn't have the right of way. What is up with this game today? So, you know, we got that one championship. That's pretty much the only team that I've actually rooted for. Like, I actually root for, that has won a championship since I've been. I mean, well, not since I've been alive. I wasn't. You know, my brain wasn't developed enough to be able to enjoy the Cowboys championships. You know, with the '90s dynasty. So, you know, my sports tastes are kind of all over the place. I don't really have a professional hockey team. You know, I remember playing like the PS1 demo discs and stuff, where it would have the Red Wings versus the Avalanche on the EA Sports titles. I would prefer the Avalanche over the Red Wings. I don't know what that says to y'all, because, like, you know, when the Capitals were doing good, they won that Stanley Cup, you know, it's like, hey, you know, they're around here, you know, root for them, rah rah, you know. But so you know, just trying to actually just fill in the dead space here and give y'all a little you know, thing about this. Like, you know, I don't get to experience winning a lot in my fandom, if you will. Like, you know, the people that I root for, the teams that I pull for, everything, you know, everything in that sense. I don't get to do a lot of winning. So, you know, I'm sitting there crying. You know, I was sitting there. My wife came in with like 20 laps to go, and she pointed at the screen. She's like, "Ooh." I was like, "Yeah, shut up." And I felt so bad. I was like, "I'm sorry for telling you to shut up." I'm sorry. Don't jinx it. I get real superstitious. If you play baseball or really anything, you know, you get superstitious. You know, as a player, as an individual, you know, you know, you try not to breathe. Oh, this worked this inning. You know, let me breathe this certain way, or you know, let me make sure I have 82 eyelashes, or you know, whatever the case may be. You know, so you know she'd been back and forth, you know, doing laundry and stuff, and she came in there. She said, "Hey, look at that!" I'm like, "Shut up! Don't say nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you." So then she walked back out, and you know it got 2 to go. I was like, "Get back to the white. Get back to the white flag. Get back to the white flag, dude." I was already welling up. You know, tears are getting ready to start flowing out of my eye sockets. I'm just sitting there like, dude, this is going to be absolutely amazing. I was like, get back to the white flag. It's just like when you're sitting there leading at the end of an iRacing race. You know, you're like, just get to the white flag, then everybody can wreck. You know, no more cautions. I don't want to have to go through this again. So I took the white flag, got back around, took the checker flag. I don't even remember him crossing the finish line, dude. In my mind, he did it. I sat there immediately, you know. I started yelling, you know, let's go, and hugged my wife and hugged my kid, because they know how much, you know, when you're really passionate about something and the people around you let you be passionate about it, you know, that's, you know, how you know that you got the right people around you. I mean, you know, granted, I'm kind of married and I kind of made one of them, but you know, that was I think that made me cry more than anything else, honestly. You know, I was happy that I got to witness my boy win, but you know, the fact that they were there, and you know, I think my wife started tearing up a little bit, you know, because like that means a lot, dude. You know, sports, you know, racing, your interest, you know, it consumes a lot of you, and when something actually goes right, there's no better feeling. You know, it's a top 5 feeling. You know, it's up there with, you know. Oh man, it's just so incredibly awesome to be able to experience that stuff. So, I was very happy, elated. You know, watched the interviews and everything, and you know, then his interviews after the race got me even more excited. You know, and here's the thing: the haters, these individuals that, you know, can't enjoy anything in their lives. You know, they gotta try to ruin it. Their purpose in life is to try to ruin everybody else's fun. You know, oh well, you know, we gotta wait for the car to pass inspection. You know, hey, yeah, I know. But it's Kurt's car. Literally, if you read the press release from when they said that he was switching from the 23 to the 45, all they did was switch the numbers. That's all they did. Ty Gibbs was still in Kurt Busch's equipment. Bubba's still in Bubba's equipment. They didn't completely swap the teams over. They did. All that changed is the number. Bubba still got his crew chief. You know, all of it is the same, dude. You know, and as tight knit as 2311 is, even if I am wrong about that, because I'm pretty sure that all of that presser said was, "Hey, we're changing the numbers, and you know, go for it." I mean, it's the same teams, the same pit crews, as far as I'm concerned. You know, everything. So, and even if it is changed, I mean, you know, that just shows you, you know, how good they are over there at 2311. You know, just all of them individually, man. You know, the fact that team has only been around for 2 seasons, 3 wins now, and 2 separate styles of cars, with, you know, the second team becoming a you know, an amazing group. You know, I mean, Bubba could have won a couple of races this season if it wasn't for, you know, mistakes, just simple mistakes that just kept happening, and I think they let him go on too long. But you know, the way that they're building their team, and the way that they're building the culture around their team is just, you know, it's incredible, you know, and to prove it, you know, on the track, you know, I mean, you look at Bubba's last couple of races, man, he's been absolutely. If Daytona went a little bit different, and he would have won that, you know, there's always a shoulda, coulda, woulda type deal. How do I do that? I was supposed to get off there, wasn't I? Oh well. You know what? I don't have laws on, so don't worry about it. If it ain't on the road, I ain't doing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. DOT's coming after me. Woo. But I'm extremely happy for it. You know, oh, it's Kurt's car, and it's this, it's that. No, he dominated. He went out there and drove his ass off. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm just mad that Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick didn't do well. Okay. People get mad when their drivers don't do well. That's fine, you know. But you want to sit there and bring down, because, I mean, most of those individuals that hate as hard as they do tend to be those fans there. In my opinion, you know, I think it's just a universal thing anyway. But you know, I digress. It's like, you know, it doesn't matter. These guys, you know, these are the top of the top, the cream of the crop. You know, you can like individuals, you can hate individuals, but you know, you're gonna respect individuals. You know, it's just like, you know, case in point, when Kyle Busch, I couldn't stand that man before, you know. Couldn't stand him. Now, I don't mind him. I root for him half the time, you know. He's matured a lot, and you know, he's kind of. I guess it's just the Busch family trait, because Kurt did the same thing, you know. Kurt's beloved in the garage now, you know. But I mean, in his early career to the middle part of his career, he was, you know, he was not held in any kind of regard, you know. He was, you know, a pretty hated individual, you know. Kyle Busch is going through the same deal, you know. I used to couldn't stand him, and now it's like, you know, I respect him, you know. He's a great race car driver, you know. All of them are, honestly, you know. Even your Cody Wares or your BJ McLeods, you know. They're getting out there and they're keeping the car, you know. They're driving the car. We're sitting at home on the couch, you know. What are you gonna do about it? You gonna go put your money forward, you know, instead of complaining, or you just want to sit behind a TV screen and complain, you know? Sit behind your Twitter screen and complain. Sit behind your YouTube channel and complain. What are you gonna do, you know? So yeah, that's kind of my little tangent there. I may piss off people with that. I really don't care. Yeah, it's a happy day in his house. It's gonna be a happy week in his house. You know, like I said, I don't really particularly hate any individual out there on the track. I don't particularly hate any fan bases out there. You know, so some fan bases have been a little bit harder to deal with. Particularly, like, you know, I get Chase Elliott and I get the appeal and everything, and like, you know, I was a Chase Elliott fan when he was at JRM. Was a Chase Elliott fan when he came up to Cup. You know, I felt like he got the short end of the stick with the 24 ride. Was glad when he switched over to the 9 and everything, and you know, Hendrick Motorsports just doesn't do it for me anymore. You know, I was big into Junior, you know, the 8 to the 88 stuff. It's just HMS just doesn't do it for me anymore. Like, they don't have anybody with any personality. Like, Kyle Larson is the most talented driver on that team by far. you know, I don't mind when he wins. Chase, I don't mind when he wins, but like, you know, I kind of see why people hated Junior, you know, because he was the most popular driver for years and years and years and years, and you know, old Junior Nation would, you know, do this, that, and the other, and I kind of get it. I kind of get it now why individuals don't really particularly care for Junior, but you know, if you look at what he's done for racing and what he advocates, and you know, if you look past just the driver, you know, it's incredible what he's done for the sport. If you look past driving on Chase Elliott, you know, I mean, he's got years. You know, everybody's still so young in NASCAR, man. He's got years, but I just don't. There's no personality there, you know. He won't go and, you know, stand up for himself. He won't, you know, go out and do anything crazy. You know, perfect example with him and Larson. You know, he had an opportunity at Watkins Glen to go ahead and cement himself. You know, stand up for, you know, himself, stand up for his team. Because I mean, you know, I felt like he let his team down on that one. He could have said a lot of stuff, you know. I mean, you know, Gordon and Johnson kind of did the same thing. I mean, you know, you got two great talents on one team. It's kind of hard to, you know. I don't know, man. There's little personalities out there, man. That's why, you know, Bubba's got his personality. You know, he's really hard on himself. You know, he gets down in the dumps, but he talks about it. You know, he's up front with everything that he's going through. You know, ooh, this thing does not like being right here. You know, Larson's he's still, you know, on the. I'm trying to get 100%, you know, squeaky clean after his incident. Oh my God. You know, Chase is just, you know, it's like you're looking at a piece of freaking paper. Oof, I'm gonna have to edit that one out. It's just like you're looking at it's like a plain piece of paper. You know, Bowman's the same way. William Byron's the same way. It's like everybody is too afraid to be themselves. You know, that's kind of, you know, I for the last couple of years, I really haven't liked Denny Hamlin. You know, he's from Virginia. You know, I just didn't like his attitude and everything. And it's like, well, yeah, it makes sense. You know, it's like, yeah, this makes sense. Or like, you know, he is who he is. You know, he's that's his personality. He shows it. He's not afraid to. You know, hey, respect, dude. You know. I don't mind the people that aren't afraid to be themselves. Once you're afraid to be yourself, you're a fake person, in my opinion, and you know, you know, you got to do something, man. You know, and with how sponsorship is, I can't blame them for being like that. You know, you can't really blame them, because I mean, you say the wrong thing, sponsor drop you like a bad habit, you know. And then we want more personalities and stuff. And can't figure out why the money's not there, and you know why this, that, and the other. It's like, well, you know, everybody's pretty much, you know. Remember when SpongeBob lost all of his holes? Yeah, that's pretty. Hey, how are you? You know. Everybody wants the cookie cutter individual, and they don't want anybody that has any kind of personality. Well, you know, personalities are starting to take back over on the sport. So I don't know. I'm just another person on YouTube with an opinion. You know, opinions are like, you know what? Everybody's got one. So, you know, I'm so happy that he finally got one. It's not the last one. You know, just his attitude after the race proves that to me. Proves to me as a fan that he is working as hard as he possibly can to go get more of these. you know, and that's what I think. That's what keeps me with him, you know. You know that he's busting his tail. You know that he is trying his hardest. He's going out there and giving 100%. Not saying that any of the other drivers aren't, but you know, because I you know, you got to give 100% or somebody else is going to come take your ride, you know. I just that's what I enjoy as a fan, is knowing that they are working as hard as I am cheering for them. That is, I think that's what any fan could ask for on that. So let's get this load dropped off. Vad, do you need it? Ooh, that's kind of a Oh, geez. How do I want to do this? Do I want to back this all the way through? I'm gonna just go look at it right quick. I need to go put eyes on it. Because, I mean, this ain't going to be too hard to back up. It's just, it's going to be awkward to actually get it to turn around back here. So, yeah. Long story short, like, you know, I could turn around right here. That'd be perfect. Actually, I could take it out that way. Hold on. Let me. You know, this doesn't count. This doesn't count. Can't take it out this way. I can. Okay. I killed it twice there. That's weird. I gotta clean these sensors off. Alright. Oh, actually, I don't have to worry about that. That's perfect. Okay, well, why didn't it make me come this way? Okay. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's very weird that it took me in the reverse from that one. Let's see. There's my destination. Oh, Jesus. Let me get lined up. Alright, now that I can actually see. Yeah, I gotta. There's some duster in this thing. There's a pole right there. Oh. Keep it in the facility. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I don't know why I'm bagging up a tanker of milk in this thing, but, you know, that's fine. I wouldn't think that they'd be selling it straight out of the tanker, you know. I'm crooked. I know. But thank you for listening to my rant. As we finish this one off. Not a bad little trip. We get a level? We get a level, baby. Let's go. The really appreciate y'all hanging out. We're gonna be doing some other stuff throughout the week. I just needed to get something done today, so you know, ATS is good, just drive and talk type deal. I don't have to focus a lot. Obviously, you didn't see me focus on anything. Plus, I really wanted to talk about the Bubba Wild stuff with y'all because I'm very excited. You know, if you know, like I said, I don't really get to witness a lot of winning in my fandom. So, thank y'all so much for coming out and watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Appreciate y'all.